Going over to the Cultural Department podcast, and Matt Walsh roasting pizzerias and pizza chains as they decrease in quality throughout the years. Now, Matt Walsh, this was one of his most viral tweets of the year, gained 2.8 million views and 33,000 likes. Matt Walsh says, quote, "Every pizza delivery chain is inedible now. It wasn't always this way. You used to order pizza and they delivered actual food, even good food in some cases. Now it's all garbage. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars, etc. All insultingly bad." And again, he got 33,000 likes for this and 2.8 million views. Although, I do want to have a little caveat and push back a little bit here. One of the most rudimentary pizza chains that people made fun of for decades was Domino's. When I was a kid, I kid you not, well, it's grammatically correct, though awkward, which, well, that is kind of par for the course for me. But nevertheless, when I was growing up, my parents would not allow us to order Domino's. It was verboten. Not because it's unhealthy, it was and is, but my parents would say, "Oh no, Domino's tastes like cardboard." What was that? And that was the 90s. They had that reputation back then for being crap. Now, eventually they brought in a new CEO, brought in new ingredients, increased the quality. I mean, even when I was a kid, people said there was low quality back then. When I was a kid, the OG, or the best quality in terms of, again, a mass chain, would be Papa John's when John Papa John was leading the company. Before they forced him out, they really did focus on quality. I mean, one of my favorite books is literally called, is it just Papa John? Let me see here. No, it's called Papa. It's written by, of course, the founder of Papa John's. And he talks about, how passionate he was about literally having better ingredients. That was their whole tagline: better ingredients, better pizza. Now they have different ingredients. But again, back then, I can see Pizza, yeah. When he was pushed out the second time, the quality did go down because they changed a lot of the suppliers for the ingredients. But again, in terms of like pizza always being good, even when I was a kid, Little Caesars was a great value for the money. It was never like, this is a high quality ingredients. This is a true delicious experience. It's like, all right, I need cheap pizza for a Friday night. It's good enough. So again, I think there's a little bit of Matt with rose tinted glasses. And I do understand a lot of fast food, a lot of food in general these days is decreasing in quality while the price keeps going up. But yeah, I think a little of this is just a little bit of nostalgia. Also, things taste better before you're paying taxes when you were a kid. It's like, oh yeah, that was a, kind of forget about how much you're extorted or stolen from the government. But yeah, this is one of Matt Walsh's most viral tweets, and we'll read the comments in a second. But I mean, the costs, I'm surprised you didn't mention that. The cost of fast food is so abhorrent. I've not had fast food myself in terms of like personally. I had 15 years plus? No, more than that. I've been to, first time in my life, I did go to Whataburger with a client. It's all right. It's a pretty good patty. But yeah, I'm definitely not a fast food guy. I'm a little bit of a health freak. Like, I took some of the team out to not Whataburger, the competitor from California, In-N-Out. And, I just got, the regular meat patty. Yes, I am weird. We've been through this before if you're a consistent viewer. But, yeah, the price is just getting so insane. Like, in terms of going myself, I mean, I just use the microwave at home to make something. It's getting insane. Now, one of the first comments replying to Matt comes from Jesse Kelly saying, quote, "Not sure the Little Caesars deserve to catch a stray like this. Show someone some respect." Getting 703 likes. Matt Walsh said, "It's not a stray. I'm aiming directly for Little Caesars." Getting 427 likes, which, I mean, talk about one of the best entrepreneurs in U.S. history. The founder of Little Caesars, I believe he's also a World War II veteran. He started a pizzeria, brick by brick, built it out, helped fix Detroit, bring massive jobs to the area, and was so successful he even bought the Red Wings, and as well as, I believe, the Detroit Tigers. And he is a legend in terms of turning a company around, and he's given so much to charity. I think I do need to pick. I believe there's a book about him I need to pick up and add to my collection of novels that I like to read. But it's instance where, again, the quality's never been the best. It's always been all right. The Noisy Immigrant says, quote, "Capitalism sucks." Getting 1.3 thousand likes. Now Matt Walsh responded and said, quote, "Pretty sure we had capitalism back when pizza was good." Getting 5.8 thousand likes. Yep. Greg says, "Give D's a try. The only good one left." IMO getting 2.5 thousand likes. Fast84 says, "I got Paisano, make your own pizza." I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll only get 12 likes. I'll give her a like. Which, yeah, oh man. I think I talked about in nauseum last couple episodes, talking about, men and women relationships, and one of the most beautiful things you can do for someone is to cook for them. And yeah, what was it? My mom used to get the raw ingredients from Trader Joe's when times are good, or, get a little extra jingle in your pocket. More of a Jewel Osco family growing up. But nevertheless, you get the raw ingredients for pizza, you make it at home from scratch. Oh, that is That's next level delicious. You just can't beat a chain when it comes to homemade. You also have AKA saying, quote, in fairness, Domino's isn't horrible. Oh, come on. They did turn around. Again, anecdotally, I haven't had pizza in, when I was in college. About 18 years? I'm a pretty picky eater. I'm weird, obviously. Sassafras Eternia says, Walsh speaks the truth. The managerial class doesn't want to hear. The food is trash because they treat the customer as an obstacle to quarterly profit. They cut quality and cheapen ingredients to pay off the inflation tax created by leftist spending. The decline is spiritual. When society stops caring about basic sustenance, it's spiritually and economically finished. In 281 likes. Conservative Alternative says, quote, visit St. Louis and order IMO's pizza. It's the most exquisite form of the pie on earth. Gained 22 likes. President Cat says Kings never changed. And they have a picture of Sbarro. 881 likes, which that was mall pizza. I don't think anyone would ever say Sbarro was the best pizza chain out there. I mean, back in the day when I was in college, they had one on campus in Iowa. Yeah, even then it was kind of greasy and crappy. I think I had it one time. You also have Paul Kamen saying, quote, not sure if they deliver, but Jets is phenomenal. 757 likes. Daniel Hall says, best bang for your buck, and one of my weekly budget GOTOs is, looks like Totino's Pizza Party Pack. Got 363 likes. Nate John Bach says, quote, everything is off about every bite. I've been loving this $8.99 freezer pie. It looks like it's Motor City Pizza Company, getting 125 likes. JT Jonathan Kendrick has pictured John Papa John and says, quote, stay tuned, the day of reckoning will come. Get 884 likes, which, yeah. Although I think he liquidated all his stock. He's completely separated from the company. Let's see here. The middle ground Mike says, quote, bring back these old Pizza Huts. Pizza was good and the reason to go inside and eat. Getting 457 likes, which, I mean, it's also a huge cultural shift in fast food and food in general, is they used to very much cater towards the child experience and the family experience. Because again, the boomers had a lot of kids. We're not really having a lot of kids these days. The birth rate in the United States is dramatically declining. That's why a lot of these chains have been pivoting to more, pretty much just delivery systems in terms of, good case in point would probably be Little Caesars, where you can walk inside and get it, but you can actually sit down and enjoy it. Let's see here. Superfly says classic. And guy goes, Little Caesars, it's hot and ready. Me, is it good? Little Caesars, it's hot and ready. 492 likes, which, yeah. Tabitha Anchor says the main reason I learned how to make sourdough pizza crust. There's some very delicious looking homemade pizza, getting 257 likes. Heck. New England Patriot says, I hear this pizza is really good. It's just a pizza covered in change. Getting 216 likes. A lot of homemade pizza in the comments, looking delicious. Ghost Respecter says, quote, I'm firmly of the opinion if Pizza Hut scrapped all the modern health nonsense and brought back the recipes and vibes of the 1990s and early 2000s, they would leave the competition in the dust, getting 625 likes. Kitty says, inexpensive, homemade all day, getting 145 likes. Firefly Actual says, quote, I say this as someone who actually enjoys Little Caesars. When was it ever good? The whole point was that it was hot, cheap, and passable. You went down to Little Caesars with $30, got 4 pizzas, breadsticks, a 2-liter, then piled back in the car and went home for a split screen of Halo 2. Getting 627 likes, which those were the days. Pizza tastes better back then, I swear. Soapy Lampshade says, quote, that's because they're all owned by Vanguard and BlackRock. For instance, Pizza Hut is owned by Yum Brands Inc., who owns Yum Brands Inc., you might ask? BlackRock and Vanguard. And he says, then he goes down he claims that the Jews are behind it, which, I don't know, pizza? That'd be a new one. I don't think they are. And they note that Blackguard, what is this? Vanguard Group. Stock Exchange, Yum Brands. Jeez Louise, Vanguard has 281,690,827 shares of Yum Brands. Jeez Louise. That is a lot of shares. Getting 311 likes. We also have Ryan Newman says it's always bad. Your tastes have just matured, getting 140 likes. No, I think, again, it's not not to only keep making fun of pizza, pizzerias or, well, I guess Papa John's, but like, again, a lot of these companies have decreased in quality because they changed the ingredients, partially because, again, they're trying to keep the cost down, and the government, thanks to the left and the right, keep causing inflation to get worse and worse and worse. And consumers don't like the idea of spending, $50-$60 on fast food. It's a bore. They're not going to want to do that. So again, one of the few variables to control is, again, in terms of labor rates going up in the United States as well. Well, these restaurants, there's only so many levers they can pull to keep getting you a product at a certain price point. The biggest variable that they can control, realistically, is going to be the ingredients cost. Again, the cost of labor is usually fixed by the state, and then you have the federal minimum wage law as well. They have their cost of real estate in terms of where they're renting or they own the actual sites it's being cooked at. And yeah, it's one of those things where, again, and also in terms of your monthly budget, one of the biggest ways you can save money is just, tightening your belt in terms of looking at your grocery bill and augmenting that or changing that. That was a great piece of advice my mom gave me years ago when I was a kid, because again, you look at your expenses as an adult, most of your expenses are kind of locked in terms of your rent, your cost of your internet. You got your cost of your electricity usually being moderately consistent. You got your cost of your water being moderately consistent. And your grocery bills, again, your insurance is usually locked in for 6 to 12 months as well. A lot of the monthly expenses are locked in for a long amount of time. Some part of your budget that can have a very immediate effect on is decreasing your grocery bill. And again, I think part of this is nostalgia, but man, if I had to get pizza right now, well, I wouldn't because I'm a health nut, but like, or realistically, if my team wanted pizza, where would I choose to order? Well, I'd ask them because I don't care. They're going to eat anyway. But I mean, what would be the best value of pizza these days? And let me know. I mean, I haven't had pizza in years. Have you noticed that the change in the taste has gotten worse? And where would you go if you had to buy one pizza from a delivery company? Who would you choose and why? Let me know your thoughts and comments because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. Greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback. Let me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone, everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.